Most people spend 40 years trying to build wealth and never get there. But there is a group of people doing it in 5. Not by getting lucky, not by finding some secret investment, but by following a very specific and very realistic plan that almost nobody talks about. Today, I am going to walk you through that exact plan, step by step. Hook, let me be upfront with you before we start. This video is not about getting rich quick. It is not about crypto, day trading, or some side hustle that makes you $10,000 a month. Those videos are everywhere, and most of them are lying to you. This video is about something different. It is about a boring, unsexy, completely realistic 5-year plan that actually works. A plan that does not require a high income. A plan that does not require perfect timing. A plan that just requires focus, consistency, and the willingness to do a few specific things differently than most people around you. 5 years from now, you will be in one of two places. You will have followed this plan and be sitting on real growing wealth, or you will have kept doing what you are doing and be in almost exactly the same financial position you are in right now. The choice is yours. But first, let me show you the plan. Step 1, find your number. Before you do anything else, you need to know one specific number. Not your salary, not your rent, not your monthly expenses. Your gap. Your gap is the difference between what you earn every month and what you actually spend. Most people have no idea what their gap is, and that is exactly why most people never build wealth. You cannot grow something you have not measured. So here is what I want you to do this week. Write down everything that comes in your salary. Any side income, anything. Then write down everything that goes out: rent, food, subscriptions, transport, everything. Subtract one from the other. That number, whatever it is your starting point. If it is $200, great. That is your building block. If it is 0 or negative, that is also important information because it tells you exactly what needs to change before anything else can happen. Your gap is the engine of your wealth building plan. The bigger you can make it, the faster everything else works. Step 2, kill your debt first. If you have high interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, anything above 10% interest rate, that is your first target. Here is why this matters so much. You cannot out-invest high interest debt. If your credit card is charging you 20% interest and your investments are returning 10%, you are losing 10% every single month you carry that balance. Paying off a 20% debt is literally a guaranteed 20% return, better than almost any investment on the planet. So before you invest a single dollar, eliminate every high-interest debt you have. Use the avalanche method, list all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest, and attack the highest rate first while paying minimums on everything else. Every dollar you throw at high-interest debt is giving you a guaranteed return that no stock market can match. Get rid of it fast, then never go back. Step 3, build the emergency wall. Before you start seriously investing, you need one thing in place: an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account. Not invested, not in crypto. Just sitting there, liquid, accessible, boring. This is not an exciting step. It does not feel like wealth building, but it is the single thing that stops most people from destroying their investments at the worst possible moment. Here is what happens without an emergency fund. Life throws you something unexpected: a job loss, a medical bill, a car breakdown, and because you have no buffer, you pull money out of your investments to cover it. You sell when the market might be down. You lose years of compounding in one desperate moment. The emergency fund is not just savings, it is investment protection. It is the wall between your wealth-building plan and the chaos of real life. Build it first, then move to the next step. Step 4, invest automatically every single month. Now, the real wealth building begins. Take your gap, whatever is left after expenses, and commit a fixed percentage of it to investing every single month. The number I recommend starting with is 20% of your take-home pay. If you take home $3,000 a month, that is $600 going into investments every month without fail. Now here is the most important word in that sentence: automatically. Do not transfer it manually every month. Do not make it a decision you have to make again and again. Set up an automatic transfer on payday. The money moves before you ever see it or feel it, and your brain never gets the chance to say no. Put it into a simple S&P 500 index fund. Not individual stocks. Not crypto. Not whatever is trending on social media right now. A simple low-cost index fund that tracks the 500 biggest companies in America. Set it. Forget it. Never touch it. $600 a month at 10% average annual return for 5 years gives you around $46,000. That is not retirement money yet, but it is real. Growing, compounding wealth, and it is just the beginning of a much bigger journey. Step 5. Increase your gap aggressively. Here is where most 5-year wealth-building plans fall apart. People set up the investment, feel good about it, and then stop thinking about the gap. But the gap is everything. The bigger your gap, the more you invest, the faster your wealth grows. So in parallel with investing, you need to be aggressively working on both sides of the gap equation. On the expense side, audit every single subscription, every monthly charge, every recurring payment. Cut anything that does not genuinely improve your life. Not forever, just for 5 years, while you build the foundation. On the income side, this is where the real acceleration happens. Ask for a raise. Develop a skill that pays more. Take on a project that increases your value. Start something small on the side. Even an extra $300 or $400 a month changes the numbers dramatically. Every extra $100 you add to your monthly investment at 10% return over 30 years adds $226,000 to your final number. Every single $100 matters more than you think. Treat your gap like your most important financial metric, because it is. Step 6. Protect your wealth with tax efficiency. This is the step most beginner investors completely skip, and it costs them thousands every single year. Where you put your money matters almost as much as how much you put in. If you are in the US, max out your 401k, at least up to your employer match first. That match is an instant 50 to 100% return on your money, the best guaranteed return available anywhere. Then, look at a Roth IRA. You invest after tax money, and your gains grow completely tax-free forever. Tax-efficient investing is not complicated. It just means putting your money in the right containers before putting it in the right investments. The difference between a taxable account and a tax-advantaged account over 30 years can be hundreds of thousands of dollars from the exact same investments. Get this right early, and it multiplies everything else you are doing. What 5 years actually looks like, let me put real numbers on this entire plan so you can see what is possible. You start with zero. You take home $3,500 a month. You follow every step in this plan. You kill your debt in year 1, freeing up an extra $200 a month that was going to minimum payments. You build your emergency fund in the first 6 months. You start investing $700 a month, automatically, from month 7 onward. You increase your income by $400 a month through a raise or side income by year 2. And you invest that extra amount too. By year 3, you are investing $1,100 a month. By year 5, your investment account has around $90,000 to $100,000. You have crossed the first major milestone. The snowball is built. The base is real. And now, compound interest starts doing the heavy lifting for you. From this point, even if you never increased your investment by a single dollar, that $100,000 would grow to over $1,700,000 in 30 years at 10% return. From 5 years of focused, consistent effort. That is what the realistic version of this looks like. Not a yacht. Not overnight millions. Just a powerful, compounding, unstoppable foundation that grows for the rest of your life. The honest part: 5 years is not a short time. There will be months where the plan feels impossible. There will be market drops that make you want to pull everything out. There will be moments where your friends are spending freely and you are staying disciplined, and it feels deeply unfair. But every month you stay on the plan, you are buying your future self, something that cannot be purchased any other way. Options, freedom, time, the ability to one day choose your life instead of just surviving it. That is what 5 years of focus buys you. Here is your plan one more time. Find your gap. Kill your debt. Build the emergency wall. Invest automatically. Grow your gap aggressively. Invest tax efficiently. 6 steps. 5 years. One decision to start today. The best time to begin was 5 years ago. The second best time is right now. If this gave you a clear path forward, share it with someone who needs a plan. See you in the next one.